The blizzard howled across the Arctic expanse like a chorus of ghosts. Nathan Harlan, a climate scientist stationed alone at Research Station Theta 7, peered through frost-fogged glass at the white oblivion beyond. It was -50 degrees Celsius, and the satellite had been knocked out 2 days ago. Typical isolation. Typical January. Until the alert chimed. A weak emergency signal pinged from 0.3 miles east. Nathan grabbed his coat, thermal gear, and emergency sled. No one should be out there. Not even the Russian team 60 miles north would be stupid enough to be outside in this. Following the weak beacon, he stumbled through the thick snow, squinting through his goggles. Then he saw it, a form, curled in a tattered silver cloak, half buried in a snowdrift. At first, he thought it was a child. Slender, delicate limbs, pale lavender skin. Wait, lavender. He rushed forward. The being, female, was conscious, barely. Her large, black eyes locked with his, filled with pain and something else, fear. Jesus, Nathan muttered. You're not human. Her hand reached toward him. He took it. Part 2, Refuge in the Ice. Inside Theta 7, Nathan wrapped her in heated blankets and administered warmed-for fluid. Her body was light, fragile, but her vitals stabilized rapidly, far faster than any humans would have. She watched everything he did, mimicking his motions slowly, head tilt, breath, even the way he blinked. When he finally sat down, her voice echoed softly in his mind, not his ears. You are Nathan. He stood, startled. You're telepathic. Yes. My vocal cords are not made for your atmosphere. I can learn, though, if needed. Her name was Sael, from a species called the virelli. Her transport had crash-landed during a routine observation mission. She wasn't alone when she landed, but the others, her own kind, had left her behind after realizing she was injured. To them, I was a burden, she explained. They calculated survival without me was simpler. Nathan couldn't believe it. They abandoned you. In this. Efficiency outweighs sentiment in virelli culture. Nathan shook his head. Well, we do things differently here. Part 3. Days of snow and silence. Days passed. The storm never ceased, and rescue options were non-existent. But Nathan found himself not caring. Sael healed quickly, and learned fast, far faster than a human child. In just 3 days, she could speak aloud in broken English. In a week, she was quoting Earth literature and fixing the busted satellite dish. I've read Frankenstein, she told him one morning, sipping a modified nutrient fluid he concocted. Victor created life, then abandoned it. He gave her a look. You're not a monster. Neither was the creature in the book. Fair point. They shared music, history, and stories. She was fascinated by Earth's contradictions, its kindness and cruelty, hope and violence. But what fascinated her most was the concept of family. We don't have it, she said simply. We are grown in collective chambers. We die alone. That's awful, Nathan said. Not to us. But now, it feels empty. Part 4. Visitors from the sky. 2 weeks later, the sky tore open with light. The storm had broken. And so had the virelli silence. A sleek black vessel hovered above the research station, completely silent, like a shadow stitched into the sky. Nathan and Sael watched it from the roof. They came back. Nathan asked. Sael's face darkened. They didn't come for me. They came for data. Retrieval. They will erase all trace of the crash, including me. You're kidding. They cannot let your kind know we exist. Protocol mandates elimination. Nathan stared in disbelief. Then we run. There is nowhere to run. He turned to her. Then we fight. Part 5. Fire and Ice. The Virelli team landed by nightfall. 3 figures, tall, silver-skinned, and emotionless. They moved with precision, scanning the area. Nathan met them at the entrance. "You're trespassing on sovereign Earth territory." The lead alien tilted his head. "You are primitive. Your laws are irrelevant. Sael is under my protection. She is defective. She failed to meet reckon thresholds and was discarded. She's a person, not a component." The Virelli ignored him and walked toward the entrance. Until Sael stepped out. But she wasn't trembling anymore. She stood tall. "You chose to discard me," she said. "Now I choose not to return. You are unqualified to choose." Sael raised her hand. The snow around her shimmered, Virelli technology, still active. She had learned to manipulate it, buried in Nathan's lab, tweaking it quietly. The ship behind them sparked. Power drained. Systems fried. "I'm not defective," she said. "I evolved." The Virelli advanced, but Nathan pulled the flare gun from his belt and fired. The flare exploded against the ice, momentarily blinding them, and giving Sael enough time to unleash a pulse of raw energy. They fell. Not dead, but unconscious. Part 6. A New Beginning. The vessel was dismantled, parts buried under the snow, or sunk into the nearby frozen lake. Nathan helped Sael install the energy core into his satellite array. With it, they sent a signal, not to the Virelli, but into deep space. A message: she is safe. She is no longer yours. Days turned to weeks. The world never knew what had happened in that storm. The official story: Nathan rescued a foreign subject from a downed research drone. Classified. But for Nathan, life had changed. So had Sael. Epilogue: Spring in the ice. 6 months later, the ice around Station Theta 7 began to crack with the approach of summer. Nathan watched the horizon, coffee in hand. He heard her before he saw her. Quiet steps, soft breath. "Good morning," she said. "You're wearing boots," he said, smiling. "Finally. I have adapted." She sat beside him. "I dreamed last night," she said, "of a small house, with a roof that leaked. But there was warmth inside. Music. Laughter. Sounds like home." She nodded. "You have given me that. A new kind of survival." He looked at her. "And you gave me something to fight for." She took his hand. "I was discarded," she whispered. "But you chose me. Always." Above them, the sky shimmered, but not with ships. Just stars. Endless. Free.